usual thunderstorms, rainbows, hoarfrost, leaf fall. We all know these phenomena, and they don't surprise us because we observe them every season. But what about the world's rarest lightning, which is almost impossible to track? Or what about the false sun, nighttime rainbows, or mystical wandering lights? This is Infinity, and in this episode I'll show you these and other world's rarest phenomena that are sure to impress you. Let's go! Jellyfish Sprite. You can find lots of pictures of lightning on the internet. Photographing lightning during a thunderstorm is not that difficult. You may have managed to do it too. Jellyfish Sprite is another matter. It's an extremely rare phenomenon. It may even be the rarest phenomenon in the world. These lightning occur up to 100 kilometers high and appear for a maximum of 100 milliseconds. So you won't find many pictures of this phenomenon on the internet. But thanks to Stephen Hummel, we can look at some of them. He managed to capture beautiful and rare lightning a few years ago. These jellyfish, which are scientifically called sprites, were caught on an advanced camera in Texas. By the way, as you can see, this lightning is not just unusual in shape and color, it's also very big. According to Hummel, the lightning over Texas was about 50 kilometers long and the same height. It looks eerie and mesmerizing. It reminded me of some of the scenes from Stranger Things. Okay, everything's clear with the jellyfish sprite, but you can see other rare phenomena in the sky. For example, this footage was taken in Kyiv in the end of June in the year before last. But was there any news on the nuclear bombing then? Then surely no warheads were dropped. So where did this mushroom cloud appear in the sky? And it was not the first time. A few years ago, exactly the same phenomenon was observed in the Ukrainian capital. In fact, of course, there's no question of any nuclear war. Maybe we're just seeing a nuclear bomb test. No, this is a very rare phenomenon that scientists call anvil cloud. That's what they call clouds in the shape of mushroom. Despite the fact that Ukraine has been overtaken by this phenomenon several times in a row, the anvil clouds themselves are very rare. They're formed on the crests of leeward waves, resulting from the wind overcoming obstacles. In this case, the cloud does not move, no matter how strong the wind is, and later it's transformed into normal air masses. Strange footage, isn't it? It looks like someone on Earth is trying to make contact with aliens by sending these signals into the sky. It looks exciting and a little frightening. But what is it? No aliens this time. In fact, these are sun pillars. This is a fairly rare optical phenomenon in the shape of pillars which seem to be erected by the sun. Usually, this phenomenon can be observed during sunset or sunrise. The phenomenon is clearly visible when the sun is close to the horizon. Sun pillars are formed by the reflection of sunlight from flat ice crystals in the Earth's atmosphere. When it's cold, the crystals form in lower layers, so the sun pillars look especially bright, clear, and epic in the winter. At this time, they can easily be confused with spotlights. By the way, sometimes the appearance of sun pillars is accompanied by the emergence of another amazing phenomenon, sun dog. There it is. No, this isn't photoshopped or edited. Several luminaries in the sky are very real, though very rare phenomenon. Sun dog or mock sun appears under certain circumstances. It must be winter, there must be clear weather, and the sun must be low above the horizon. When all the conditions coincide, this phenomenon occurs because of the ice crystals floating in the air, which, like many tiny prisms, refract the sun's rays. As a result, we can see the real sun in the center and a false twin to the left and right of it. This phenomenon has amazed people since ancient times. It's even been described in various works. For example, the phenomenon was mentioned by Shakespeare. By the way, a lot of luminaries in the sky can be seen at night. Moon dog is the name of the phenomenon of 3 moons in the sky. This phenomenon is even rarer. There are literally several moon dog photos on the internet. On a dark night, you can see not only 3 moons in the sky, but even a rainbow. Yeah, this beautiful phenomenon also appears in darkness, but it's very rare. Stay tuned to learn more about this incredible phenomenon, as well as other of the world's rarest natural phenomena. Moonbow. A moonbow or moon rainbow is formed by the moon. Unlike a normal rainbow, this phenomenon is very rare. This isn't surprising because there are many conditions for the emergence of such rainbow. Firstly, the moon should be located low in the sky. Secondly, the luminary must be in its full phase, so there must be a full moon or at least a nearly full moon. Third, for the rainbow to be most visible, there must be a dark sky and rain in the background of the moon. This combination of necessary requirements makes moon rainbows much rarer than ordinary rainbows, which also appear due to rain but are formed by the sun. Sometimes moon rainbows occur next to large waterfalls, taking on a more vivid expression and structure. The most spectacular nighttime rainbows can be seen in Hawaii, the Caucasus, and Yosemite National Park in California. What could be more impressive than a moon rainbow? How about a fire rainbow? This is another rare phenomenon of incredible beauty. This rare weather phenomenon is formed when light passing through feathery clouds refracts through flat ice crystals. The rays enter through the vertical side of the hexagonal crystal, exiting from the lower horizontal side. Such a scheme provides a separation of colors which, like a rainbow, seems to light up a cloud, hence the name of the rainbow. As in the case of the moon rainbow, many conditions must coincide for a fire rainbow to form. This makes the fire rainbow a very rare phenomenon, but it's worth it. It looks amazing. Dirty thunderstorm. Rainbows are usually formed after rain or thunderstorms. But did you know that thunderstorms can even form in a volcano? Lightning shooting out of ash and peeking out of lava. How you like it? The phenomena is referred to as a volcano lightning. It's an extremely rare phenomena that accompanies large volcanic eruptions. Dirty thunderstorms are most often observed during the eruptions of the Sakurajima volcano in Japan, which is one of the most active volcanoes in the world. Volcanic lightning is produced by the collision of negatively charged particles of ash and positively charged volcanic gases. The smaller the particle size, the more flashes are formed. A dirty thunderstorm is a fascinating yet eerie phenomenon. After all, a volcanic eruption is a scary thing in and of itself, and if you add raging lightning to it, it's gonna be twice as scary. While lightning can be seen over some volcanoes, you can occasionally see domes like this over some mountains. It's as if an alien flying saucer decided to park itself on a mountain peak. Could it really be something alien? Not at all. Once again, we go without aliens. In fact, these are lenticular clouds, another rare natural phenomena. Such clouds are shaped like a dome, pyramid, hat, or tube, in general, any object that seems to cover a mountain peak. Although these clouds do not appear only over the mountains, amazing clouds form on the crests of airwaves or between two layers of air. Not only are they interesting because of their shape, no matter how hard the wind blows, the clouds do not move. That's a good thing. The structure doesn't disintegrate. So photographers will have time to take lots of mesmerizing shots. Will-o'-the-wisp. If the nature of lenticular clouds is known, then it's all complicated with a will-o'-the-wisp. Perhaps this is one of the most mystical phenomena on the planet. Will-o'-the-wisp, ignis fatuus, or wandering lights, amazed our ancestors. And now they confuse scientists, who still can't understand the essence of the phenomenon. In general, these mysterious lights are formed in these swampy areas. For a short period of time, the lights hover over the ground like fireflies, after which they disappear. The shape of the lights may vary, but for the most part, they're spherical. The color can also be different, from ghostly white to greenish or even red. Given that, it's not surprising that scientists still have not proved the scientific nature of these phenomena, but among the reasons for their formation, they call the burning of marsh gases, most often methane. By the way, the appearance of will-o'-the-wisp has long been shrouded in a creepy aura. There's a belief that these lights are aggressive to humans and pose great danger. Frost flowers. Cold is the real enemy of flowers. Beautiful flowers die quite quickly in the cold, but not frost flowers. On the contrary, they're directly dependent on the cold. Jokes aside, frost flowers are not plants but ice formations which are formed from crystalline ice spikes. These spikes appear when warm water vapor from the ice surface collides with cold air. Patterns of ice crystals in the shape of plant leaves or flowers can form where warm soil air escapes during a sudden cold snap. The moisture in the air quickly cools and freezes, and the ice crystals arrange in groups to form beautiful flower-shaped patterns. As with the other phenomena in this episode, a whole bunch of conditions need to coincide for frost flowers to form, from the right temperature to no wind and more. So it's safe to say seeing a frost flower in person is a rarity and a stroke of luck. That's all, guys. What's the most unusual and rare phenomenon you've ever seen with your own eyes? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you later.